Good afternoon everybody, and welcome to yet another glorious video review brought to you by Bridgeburner Gaming, and as always in association with our best friends over at Fish Monkey Productions. As always, I am your reviewer, Timmy Garrett, and today, if there's some insane reason that you own a PS3, a Vita or a PS4 and you don't own SoundShapes, we are going to be reviewing SoundShapes today. We are going to be celebrating its release as a free PS Plus game, so to be completely honest, you don't really have an excuse not to own this game now. And yeah, we're going to be taking a look at this indie behemoth that is Queasy Games SoundShapes. Okay, so released way back in September of 2012 in conjunction with Sony's Santa Monica, SoundShapes was originally released as a cross-buy game for Sony's PlayStation 3 and Vita. It released to massive critical acclaim and still to this very day sits incredibly comfortably on a Metacritic score of 84. So at first glance, SoundShapes can be very deceiving, and I cannot stress that enough. It is a very deceiving game. Just throwing a cursory glance in its direction and you would be forgiven for thinking that this is just another very bright and vibrant cutesy platformer. And in some respects you would be right. SoundShapes could indeed give Joseph and his amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat a run for its money, as, you know, very bright, sharp primary colours do just bounce off the screen and pierce your retinas. The music for the most part in the game is also quite a jaunty, light-hearted, sing-song kind of affair, with tunes that you will be humming for hours on end. And the music is really where SoundShapes lives up to its namesake. In this platformer you aren't tasked with collecting rings or coins. No, your job is to collect, you guessed it, SoundShapes. You start each stage of the game with little to no music playing whatsoever, and as you work your way through the level you pick up little SoundShapes which gradually add to the score of the level you're on. It is a simple little gimmick, but one that does work to great effect and definitely sets this game apart from the competition. So, as far as the main campaign goes, yeah, admittedly, it's not too tough. Even some of the more challenging levels are made easier by very generous checkpoints, as you will probably be able to see throughout this level that I'm playing right here. However, where the real meat of SoundShapes is found is after you complete the main campaign and unlock Death Mode. And again, Death Mode is aptly titled, as these short nuggets will give even the most hardened platforming veteran a run for his money. These little self-contained levels are all about gathering a certain amount of collectibles on one screen within a very strict time limit, and it adheres to a very simple rule. You run out of time or you die, you start over. So yeah, it's very simple, but these levels are excruciatingly tough. I can't even recall the amount of times I nearly threw my Vita through the wall playing these levels. And admittedly, I would say that the Death Mode levels are roughly about 50% luck, 50% skill. It does all come down to where these collectibles are going to be randomly generated, and they do eventually also adhere to some sort of pattern, so it's a little bit of old school, you know, pattern recognition as well. SoundShapes does also boast a robust level editor, which I, to be honest, have only sort of messed around with a little bit. I'm not very good at creating my own levels, but it is very intuitive, and it does allow players to create stages of their own completely from scratch and share them online. So yeah, in conclusion, I would say without a doubt that SoundShapes is one of the finest games ever to come to a Sony system, and if I'm completely honest, I would definitely recommend playing it on Sony's beautiful little handheld, the Vita, if you do have access to one. Nothing is really lost when playing it on your PS3 or PS4, and the cloud is an absolute breeze to use, which makes transferring save data so easy and seamless. But this is a game really made for short little bursts, at work, on the bus, or sitting atop the porcelain throne at home. Throw in the fact that there is the opportunity to also gain three platinum trophies, and you have the incentive to keep coming back for more and more punishment. So like I said, if you own any of Sony's 3 systems, or you own 2 of them or all 3 of them, there is absolutely no reason at all for you to not own this game. It is one of the most brilliant, diverse, clever, fun, hard platformers that I've ever played in my entire life, and yeah, it's kept me going since 2012. I only just got the platinums myself on it. I literally sat down the other day and was like, right, I need to get these last death mode levels out the way and done. And yeah, that's taken me since 2012, and it is a game that I've always kept saved on my PS3, on my Vita, and now on my PS4. And yeah, it's just an amazing, amazing game. So good, so inventive. If you own a PS3, PS4, Vita, I can't stress it enough. Get this game now. So thank you very much, guys. I've been Timmy with Bridgeburner Gaming, and I will see y'all on the flip side. Bye! Bye, 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 bye.